So this is a project we've been doing for a few years now. It is a Fresh Hop Oktoberfest. So it's a collaborative effort we did with Valley Farms out in Forestell, Missouri. Friends of ours, they started growing some hops and experimenting with growing hops a few years ago, and they reached out to us to see if we could do anything with them. We started with this pilot program, and we liked the style so much that as opposed to just doing something new each year, we're re-releasing this same Fresh Hop Oktoberfest. And it's always a little bit different because the hops are different each year, but I think it's fun to kind of taste the beer from year to year and see maybe how it has subtle changes with the hop characteristics. So just a neat project, local collaborative project that we've done with Valley Farms. This is a hop called Nugget, typically bred as a high alpha hop or a bittering hop, but it seems to grow really well in the climate here in Missouri. So Nugget really kind of has a little bit of a piney characteristic. When used typically as a bittering hop, it adds a little bit of that pine character and more of the bitter component, but we're using it as a fresh hop. So we're taking these hops freshly picked or freshly harvested and using them on the back end of the brewing process. So we're not getting near as much bitterness as we are flavor and aroma. So the flavor and the aroma that we get from this particular hop really has that sort of woody, piney type characteristic, a little bit more of an earthy characteristic, which I think goes really well with the beer style itself. The Valley Farms, they have this, what they call neck pumpkins. They look more like butternut squash. These pumpkins we actually cube up and roast them in the oven, so we get a lot more of that caramelization, which translates into the beer. Malt forward, a little bit more complexity in the grain bill and a little caramel flavor, so that roasted pumpkin just kind of goes right along with the style. I think one of the most important things with this beer that we're brewing is that the fresh hops really come through. I mean, I think that's the theme of the beer. So we want to keep everything in balance. And the pumpkin, I think, just adds a really nice, subtle component on the malt side, but it's not overpowering. And so by putting it in a mash in the beginning of the process, we can get those flavor characteristics that we're looking for from the pumpkin without it being overwhelming or, squashy. We really just want more of that roasted caramel flavor. So I want to give a special thanks to our friends Ed and Tammy out at Valley Farms in Forestell, Missouri for allowing us to be part of this awesome collaboration. This really is a small batch. It's only out for a short window. And so I think that's what makes it unique. And with fresh hops and not having a whole lot of them, we can only get about 5 barrels. So 2 locations that you can get it at the Valley Farms and here at the O Bar.